Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. Yeah, man. Sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for May the 4th, 2022. And May the 4th be with each and every single one of y'all, man. Welcome back to another week of the Ryan Awesome Show. A lot of stuff happened last week, man. With the releases and all that stuff, the NXT releases. Dexter Lumis and Dakota Kai and Malcolm Bivens, they shocked me the most, man. They really did. But that's another topic for another story, or another topic for a different time. But yeah, AEW Dynamite tonight, it was a good show. It wasn't like last week's show, but not saying that this week's show was bad. It was really good. But yeah, enjoyed last week's show though. They're really setting us up for Double or Nothing, which is coming up, it seems like really quickly. I think it's in 3 weeks, I think it is. But yeah, it is coming up really quickly, man. It is coming up really quickly. We still had the Owen Hart qualifying matches tonight. Also, with the Owen Hart Cup for the men, it starts next week. Tournament for the men start next week. And also, man, on this show, I say this every single week. I'm really enjoying the Blackpool Combat Club. When the trios titles come in, they need to have those titles. And also, we had Morrissey. Morrissey showed up tonight and fought against Wardlow, in which I thought was a great match. And also, it was great seeing Morrissey too. It really was. And also, we had Deonna Purrazzo and Mercedes Martinez. They fought for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. In the main event, it was a unification match. And yeah, even though I didn't agree with the outcome, I thought Purrazzo should have won. It was still a very competitive match. And yeah, I see why. I see why they didn't give Purrazzo the win, because she's not a part of AEW. But Mercedes Martinez is a part of AEW, so I'm guessing that's the reason on why they took the title away from Purrazzo. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, overall, it was a really good show. And so, yeah, man, so this is the AEW Dynamite review for May the 4th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I'm here each and every single week. And so tonight, we were live in Baltimore, Maryland. All right, here we go, man. We had some technical difficulties on the show. Our first match of the night was the Owen Hart Foundation qualifier match. Jeff Hardy with Matt Hardy in his corner versus Bobby Fish with Kyle O'Reilly in his corner. And also, we had Adam Cole. He was on commentary. Fish, he had to control the match the entire time. And then Hardy, he had fought back. Hardy hit the twist of fate to Fish. Hardy tried to go for the Swanton bomb, but Fish had kicked him off of the top rope. And then Fish had hit the Avalanche Falcon Arrow to Hardy, and then Hardy had kicked out. And then right after he kicked out, Fish had locked in a knee bar submission hold to Hardy, and then Hardy had grabbed the rope. And then Hardy hit the Whisper in the Wind to Fish. And so to end the match, Jeff Hardy hit the Swanton bomb to Fish to win the match. So therefore, Jeff Hardy wins the match and is in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. This match was okay. Hardy looked like he was out of it, man. It looked like he was blown up. But right after the match, the Young Bucks had came out. Matt and Nick Jackson, they came out and they stared at the Hardy Boys. And yeah, and that was it. So they teasing a match, a tag team match against the Hardys and the Young Bucks. So right after that, we had the Blackpool Combat Club. And so that's Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, who is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, and William Regal. So they had a vignette.
It's said that the eyes are the window to the soul. But if you're a professional wrestler, it's the scars that actually tell the story of what your soul holds. Whether it be because of torture, because of punishment, because of conflict. The scars are the things that separate us from people who won't get into the ring and fight.
God dang, it's not the taste out of his mouth.
100 people a knife and told them to inflict punishment on the person that they hate the most in the world, 99% of those people would stab that person. The people in the Blackpool Combat Club wouldn't. We would cut you down the cheek, because being stabbed you'll forget about in 6 months. I prefer to think that all of us would get more pleasure out of knowing that every morning that you wake up, you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to remember us because of the scars we left on you.
Oh, wow, man. Woo. Man, a Blackpool Combat Club, man, they ain't playing around, boy. Right after that, we had the Blackpool Combat Club. So that's Bryan Danielson, Wheeler Yuta, who is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, and Jon Moxley with William Regal on commentary, versus the AFO. So that's the Butcher, the Blade, and Angelico. And so the AFO, they went right after the Blackpool Combat Club, which is really smart because if you've seen the trios matches with the Blackpool Combat Club, they always go after their opponents. The BCC does. And so yeah, man. And yeah, this is funny right here, man. William Regal on commentary, he had called Angelico. So that was really funny, man. So yeah, we had Yuta. He had a German suplex to the Butcher. And the Butcher is a really big guy. So that was really impressive. We had a hot tag to Moxley. He took out the Blade outside the ring. He threw him into the timekeeper's table, and then he threw him into the steel steps. And then Moxley took out the rest of the AFO. And then the Blackpool Combat Club, they hit like a series of triple team moves to the AFO. And so to end the match, we had Bryan Danielson. He had locked in the triangle sleeper hold to Angelico to win the match. So therefore, the Blackpool Combat Club wins the match. Each and every single week, man, the Blackpool Combat Club, they are getting stronger and stronger and stronger, man. And I said this last week, man, they need to go ahead and bring the trios titles in. Like, they desperately need the trios titles because all we see is trios matches. So why not bring in some trios titles? And as the first champions, I'll have the Blackpool Combat Club win the titles. Right after that, we had Toni Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews Ricky Starks, Absolute Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs.
In Excalibur a week ago, we saw a challenge from Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs for the World Tag Team Championship.
Are you surprised, Tony? No. Look at me at Powerhouse Hobbs. We ain't scared of no.
Jurassic
So
Express.
I took a week to think over your challenge. Hobbs and Starks against the Jurassic Express for the AEW Tag Team Championships of the world. And that sounds like fun to me. Does that sound like fun to you?
Fun.
But you know, then I thought a little bit more. And you know, Ricky Starks, you seem like a spicy kind of guy to me. So why don't we spice it up a little bit? And before you two get a shot at these, why don't you give me a shot at that?
LTW Championship.
Big boy.
Oh, he took the fake shades off. He means business.
Oh.
And don't even get me started on that title that's sitting on your shoulder that you never seem to defend.
Hold on. The shades aren't fake, all right? And as for you, Jungle Boy, I accept your challenge. I am the FTW champion for a reason. And next week, I'm going to show you what a real man is all about. An absolute man. Let's get out of here.
Finally, man, the FTW Championship is getting defended once again. And so right after that, we had Toni Schiavone once again. He was backstage, but this time he interviews Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. So they also have problems with Team Taz.
We're back on Dynamite with Keith Lee and Swerve, and we know that Hobbs and Ricky Starks won a shot at the World Tag Team Championship. These gentlemen say some unfinished business.
Damn right, Tony.
Last week I peeped that y'all was already talking to the tag team champions about getting further opportunities. Rightfully so. They're top 5 tag teams. But y'all have unfinished business with Swerve and the Limitless one, Keith. Yeah, y'all trying to go for the prize, but no, we got to pay that ass back. But y'all owe.
Dubious, questionable, unproven. All words that can be used to describe what you did by using Taz against us, and I guarantee you when this is all said and done, you will have no choice. I will ensure it. You will swerve in our glory.
And so yeah, man, Swerve in our glory. So right after that, we had Wardlow. We had Wardlow versus MJF's mystery opponent, and his mystery opponent for Wardlow was none other than W. Morrissey. we all knew it was W. Morrissey or William Morrissey. MJF announced him as William Morrissey, but it's W. Morrissey. Wardlow, of course, he came out handcuffed and escorted to the ring by the security team, and also with no theme music. As I said before, MJF and Shawn Spears, they introduced W. Morrissey, and so W. Morrissey came out. They started the match. The crowd started chanting, "How you doing?" Because, you know, that was a thing that he used to do with Enzo Amore and WWE when they were a tag team. At one point, man, we had W. Morrissey. He had a leapfrog, man, which is really impressive for a guy his size. Hitting the leapfrog, and he followed that up with a running big boot to Wardlow. And then, you know, the crowd, speaking of Enzo Amore, the crowd had chanted, "We want Enzo," and then the other half of the crowd chanted, "No, we don't." And so Morrissey, he heard this, and so W. Morrissey just told the crowd to just like piss off and all that stuff. Like, dude, like shut up. Morrissey hit the Boss Man Slam to Wardlow, and then Wardlow had hit a moonsault to Morrissey, which is really impressive, man. And not only that, Wardlow, he landed right on his feet off of that moonsault. And so, yeah, Wardlow is a big dude, bro. He is a big dude, and he moving around like a cruiserweight, man. This is the fastest that I ever seen Wardlow move, bro. And so to end the match, we had Wardlow. He hit the Powerbomb Symphony to Morrissey only once to win the match. And, yeah, the strength, bro, the strength that, man. Yeah, W. Morrissey, of course, Wardlow is a big guy himself, but W. Morrissey, he was a lot bigger than Wardlow. But to see Wardlow pick up W. Morrissey the way that he did, bro, that was some strength right there, man. So therefore, Wardlow wins the match. And so, yeah, right after the match, the security team, they try to handcuff Wardlow because right after the match, he always got to get handcuffed. Like, he's handcuffed and escorted out the arena. But Wardlow had took out the security team. And then MJF had came out. He had sent out more security guys. And so Wardlow had took them out. And so right after that, Wardlow, he had spoke. Oh, my God.
Awesome bomb onto the pile. What I tell you, I'm not going to stop. It doesn't matter how big they are. It doesn't matter who they are. I will not stop until I get my hands on you and you release me from my contract.
And that's all he wants, man. That's all he wants. He wants to be released from his contract, man. That sounds very familiar, man. Freaking WWE.
You people want to see me and Wardlow?
Yeah.
I said you people want to see me and Wardlow?
Yeah.
Hey, Wardlow, you're on.
But there's always a but.
I got a couple conditions, buddy.
No. Yeah, of course you do.
And I will give you those conditions in a contract signing. And I can assure you that contract signing won't happen in a dump like this, trust me.
Oh, man.
No.
Ooh.
That contract signing will be happening in the most magical place in the world, known as Long Island, New York.
And that was it, man. So, yep, we have a contract signing for next week. What are those stipulations that MJF is talking about? We're going to have to find out and see. But, yeah, that was it with that, man. That was it. That was a great match, bro, with Morrissey and Wardlow. And once again, man, it was great seeing W. Morrissey, bro. It really was. But, yeah, that was it with that, bro. And so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews Ruby Soho, Tony Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, and Jamie Hayter.
Okay, Excalibur, yes, we are standing by Ruby Soho, Tony Storm, Britt Baker, D.M.D, and, of course, Jamie Hayter. And these four ladies will open up Rampage. First time ever a women's match has opened up a program. It will be coming up on Friday night.
Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, and Jamie, we missed the memo to wear a matching black pleather crop tops. But no, Tony, come on. Every single page of the AEW history books has Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D written all over it, so of course this only makes sense. You could basically call me Dr. Britt Baker, the history maker.
Oh my God. I cannot listen to you talk, Britt, for one more second. I don't know when, Tony, we agreed to this no physicality crap, but just know that Tony can't wait to get her hands on you in the first round. And Britt, you got a receipt coming.
Oh.
So we are counting down the minutes until 5:30 on Friday when we can humble you both like you need so bad. And if you're waiting for us to leave, bitch, we ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
We're not leaving either. I'm not leaving.
What are you gonna do? You gonna set to me? Because I dare you.
Ladies, some decorum here, please, as we'll continue here on Dynamite.
Give me a reason. Give me a reason.
So right after that, man, we had Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone was in the ring. He interviews Hangman Adam Page. So welcome back to Adam Hangman Page. He was supposed to be on Dynamite last week, but he had COVID. AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page is back. And so, yeah, I don't have the full video, but, yeah. Adam Hangman Page, bro, it felt like he was sealing up this promo because he actually, pointed out a fan that was in the crowd wearing a CM Punk shirt and all that stuff, and he was talking about CM Punk, saying, I'm going to beat CM Punk and all that stuff, I'm going to destroy him and all that. Usually you don't see the babyface point out a person in the crowd speaking down on their favorite wrestler. That's a heel move.
At Double or Nothing, there's not going to be a handshake. At Double or Nothing, there's not going to be a masturbatory Bret Hart tribute match. I am going to destroy CM Punk. But Punk, wherever you are, I want you to hear me. I want you to hear every word that I say. I am going to embarrass you. You said that you wanted a fight. Well, you've got one. And Punk, it will be the fight of your life.
They have a match at Double or Nothing for the AEW World Championship, and it's in the main event on May the 29th. So that's 3 weeks away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks away. Wow. So yeah, that's coming up really soon, man. And so right after that, backstage we had Jay Lethal, Sonjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh.
That was a cute little video. Kudos to production.
AEW rolling out the red carpet once again for all these international stars. Now it's Konosuke Takeshita from DDT in Japan. What about the red carpet for the greatest professional wrestlers from India?
Yeah.
Where's the red carpet for Satnam Singh? 1 in a billion.
You haven't even had a match yet.
Where's the red carpet for me? Jay Lethal, the longest reigning ROH television champion that there ever was in the history.
That's right. Where's my red carpet? And Takeshita, our animosity with you isn't even your fault. This is AEW's fault, and I can't wait to prove to them that they are backing the wrong horse. So how about this Friday on Rampage, which is at a special start time of 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
How about me and you on Rampage one-on-one, Takeshita? Because I can't wait to show you what a real international star is capable of. I'm getting my red carpet, whether you like it or not.
A match on Rampage with Jay Lethal and Konosuke. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Takeshita. I think that's how you pronounce it. So right after that, we have Santana with Ortiz in his corner versus Chris Jericho, the Wizard, with the Jericho Appreciation Society in his corner. So that's Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager. So yeah, Jericho, he's gonna get that nickname trademark for sure, man. The Wizard, because he did the fireball in Eddie Kingston's face. So I'm guessing that's why he called himself the Wizard. But yeah, he's definitely gonna get that trademark. But yeah, man. So yeah, Santana, he had dove onto Jericho while Jericho was making his entrance to the ring, and because he didn't want to, he got tired of hearing the music and all that stuff, and so yeah, he just wanted to get to Jericho for what what Jericho and Jericho Appreciation Society did to Eddie Kingston last week, and so yeah, man. So Jericho, he had dropkicked Santana, and Santana had landed on the steel steps outside of the ring. And then Santana started fighting back. He had the Three Amigos to Jericho. So the Three Amigos shades of the late great Eddie Guerrero. And so Santana followed that up with a frog splash to Jericho, and he kicked out. And then Jericho had locked in the walls of Jericho to Santana. And then Santana had grabbed the rope. And so Jericho, he thought that he won the match. But the referee had told him that, you didn't win the match. You didn't win the match. Santana hit the cutter to Jericho, and he kicked out. And then Ortiz, he had took Floyd the Bat away from Angelo Parker, and then Santana hit the discus lariat to Jericho, and then Matt Menard, he had got on the ring apron to try to distract the referee, and then Ortiz had took out Menard, and then Jericho hit the low blow to Santana, and referee didn't see it, and then to end the match, Jericho, he had hit the Judas effect to Santana to win the match, so therefore Chris Jericho wins the match. And so right after the match, the JAS had attacked Santana and Ortiz. And so the crowd had chanted for Eddie Kingston to come out and save his boys. But, of course, Eddie Kingston didn't show up. Why would he show up? He was taken out. He got his face burnt by a fireball. So why would he show up? But, yeah, that was pretty much it with that, man. It was a really good match. But, yeah, right after that, we had Samoa Joe, who is the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. He was backstage and he spoke.
Oh, Jay Lethal, you're out here making challenges, but challenges are the territory of brave men. Is that what you are, Jay? Are you a brave man? Allow me to give you something to think about, to be brave for. This Friday at Rampage, I am coming for you.
Right after that, we had the Gun Club. They were backstage. So that's Billy Colton and Austin Gunn. Yeah, backstage. And they met with the Acclaim.
All right, follow us. The Acclaimed are writing raps. And wait.
Oh, my God, bro.
Hey, what's up? Hey, the Gun Club have arrived. And guess what? We did talk to Paul. Yeah, we talked to Papa, and we got you guys gifts. We got them. Yeah, these are for you. These are for you. Yeah, open them up. Open them up. Come on. I can't wait. I can't wait. No. Yes. Listen. Yes.
A pair of scissors, man.
Yeah. You know, this is the key to our heart. What does this mean, guys?
Cool. Well, it means this. Stick it in there, boys.
Oh, my God, bro. Wait, not the real scissors, dude. No. Oh, my God, man. These dudes are freaking crazy, man. So right after that, we had the Varsity Blondes. So that's Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., and Julia Hart. So the Varsity Blondes, they had called out the House of Black.
Last night on AEW Dark, Brian Pillman Jr. had some very strong words for the House of Black.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here before you a very humbled young man. Humbled by my experiences, not just here in AEW. Humbled by our encounter with the House of Black many months ago. The very encounter that led to the poisoning of the mind of Julia Hart.
Oh, look at her eye, man.
But perhaps the most humbling experience of all is watching while everything you've ever worked for is being torn apart little by little. But that brings me to a quote from the best friend of my late father, John Harbaugh. A quote that sat with me for my entire life. John, you always told me, attack each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. But John, I would be lying to you if I said that I didn't lose sight of that quote. I got comfortable. I got complacent. We lost our enthusiasm. And that's when the greed and the malice of the House of Black crept in and drove us apart. But I'm here to tell you today is a new day, and I'm feeling really goddamn enthusiastic.
And so yeah, man. And so right after that, they called out the House of Black, and the House of Black had came out to their theme music and their entrance. And so yeah, bro. So they came out, the lights had cut off, and they kept coming back on. They were in the ring, they surrounded the Varsity Blondes. And so Griff and Bryan, they were protecting Julia Hart. And so Julia Hart, she was standing in the corner the entire time, watching the House of Black beat up Griff and Bryan. And so yeah, so Black had walked up to Julia. And so Brody King, he had handed Julia Hart a chair. They wanted Julia Hart to hit Griff with a chair. Julia, she was hesitant. She was hesitant to do it. They took the chair away from her. Black had walked up to Julia Hart and took her eye patch off. And so yeah, and they were arguing with Julia Hart, and so the Death Triangle had came out, and they chased off the House of Black. So the Death Triangle also have problems with the House of Black, and so they came out and they chased off the House of Black. And so yeah, that was pretty much it. I was hoping for a heel turn, bro. I really was. From Julia Hart, I was expecting a heel turn, but we didn't get it. It would have been cool if we would have gotten it. I'm pretty sure the crowd was expecting it too, but this segment it ain't go nowhere, man. It really didn't go anywhere. The payoff was Julia Hart turning heel, and we should have gotten it. And yeah, tonight would have been the right time to do it. Would have been the right time to do it, but I don't know when they're gonna do it. I don't know when they're gonna have Julia Hart turn on the Varsity Blondes. But yeah, tonight should have been the night that they should have done it. But yeah, that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, we had Jade Cargill, who is the TBS champion, Red Velvet, Kiera Hogan with Smart Mark Sterling in their corner. So the baddies, they were backstage and they spoke.
Not everybody realizes that we've actually kept that celebration going since Pittsburgh. Jade Cargill, undefeated, 30-0, still the TBS champion. And then last week on Rampage, that unbelievable trios match that has the world talking. And then, of course, before that, Red Velvet qualifying for the Owen Hart Cup. Amazing job.
Thank you, Mark. You're so sweet. Not only did I qualify, I'm going to win the whole damn thing.
Of course you are. And that'll make 2 champions in the baddie section. So let's keep this celebration going.
Because, you know, that's what baddies do. And that song, period.
So right after that, speaking of the Owen Hart qualifier, we had the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament qualifier match. And it was Rey Fenix with Alex Abrahantes in his corner versus Dante Martin. So yeah, this is a really great match, man. It really was. So yeah, at one point, bro, Phoenix, he had walked the top rope and he had dove onto Dante outside of the ring. And I was like, man, how does he do all this stuff, man? And so yeah, and then another point, Phoenix, he had hit a springboard backflip Russian leg sweep, a move that I never heard of, bro. So that was really impressive and innovative. Dante Martin, he had gave Phoenix a super kick, and then Phoenix, he had sold it perfectly. And then right after that, Phoenix had got up after that. I was like, man, why did he get up so fast? He should have gotten up really slowly. And so that, he sold the super kick, but he got up really quick. And so, yeah, that didn't make any sense. And so, yeah, and then at one point, they were fighting at the top rope, and then they both flipped backwards, and they both landed on their feet. I was like, man, dude. I was like, bro, they are not human, man. How does somebody pull that off? Me, I would have broken my legs if I would have tried something like that. But yeah, they both hit a backflip off of the top rope and they both landed on their feet. And then Dante hit a poison rana to Phoenix. So yeah, Dante Martin, he tried to go for his finishing move, the nosedive, but Phoenix had dodged it. And then to end the match, Phoenix, he had a version of a power driver to Dante to win the match. So therefore, Rey Fenix wins the match and is in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. So that was it with that. And so right after that, we had Darby Allin and Sting there backstage, and they spoke.
There's not a lot to say about this, Jeff. The match kind of writes itself. It's going to be a special night.
Yep, Jeff, I know you're going to pull out all stops. Darby, I know he's going to pull out all stops as well. And yeah, it's going to be a special night.
And so yeah, they announced, or they showed the bracket. They showed the bracket of the Owen Hart Cup. And so Darby and Jeff Hardy are going one-on-one in the Owen Hart Cup. So yeah, that should be really good. That should be really good, man. But right after that, we had Thunder Rosa. She came out to the ring and she spoke. Thunder Rosa, the AEW Women's World Champion.
Everybody has a story to tell. I mean, I'm going to tell mine. Mine is full of good guys and bad guys. Full of successes and failures. But I'm going to start with the success. As you can see me tonight, I stand in front of you as your undisputed Women's World Champion. And I fought hard to defend and retain this title against Nyla Rose in Texas. I love you too. But again, guys, when I first came to this company, I came with no expectations whatsoever. I just wanted to elevate women's wrestling. Little did I know, I became a bloodline and a backbone for this division. I carried a heavy weight for a long time. But with a lot of hard work, I was able to become who I became today. And I was able to help and elevate the women's division, the one that some continue to criticize. Today, I can tell you with a lot of confidence, I am la mera mera of this division. I am the top competitor and one of the best. And as the best and as your champion, I just want to wrestle with the best competitors and the most experience. Which brings me to another story. Before Thunder Rosa was Thunder Rosa, she drove along the coastline of California for about 8 hours to see one wrestler and one wrestler only. The wrestler that inspired me to become the best version of Thunder Rosa. And with that said, I would like to call out the #1 contender.
Well, we know who that is, fellas.
That was Serena Deeb's theme music. It played.
It's been a long time, champ.
Oh yes, it's been a long time.
Yeah, and I've watched you scratch and claw your way to the top, and you have earned exactly where you stand right now.
I did earn it.
So I respect you. I got respect for you.
Thank you.
And you know what? I truly believe that we can make this the best women's division in the entire world.
I totally agree with that, Serena.
But in order for that to happen, the best women's wrestler in the entire world needs to be champion.
So what are you telling me, Serena? Don't you see? Doesn't indicate that I am the best wrestler in the world today?
Okay, sure. You're the champion. That suggests you are the best. But Rosa, let's be very real. It's what everybody's thinking. It's what everybody knows but doesn't want to say.
What is it?
Everybody here knows it. Deep down, everybody in the back knows it. Every wrestler knows it. Every coach knows it.
Tell me.
I'm on another level. I am in a class all my own. And it's about time that I have the championship to show that.
¿De verdad? Do you want to place a bet on this, honey?
A bet? Sure. I'll place a bet.
Come on.
I'll place a bet that you're about to have the shortest AEW Women's World Championship reign in history.
Ooh.
Because at Double or Nothing, I'm taking your championship. I'll see you in Vegas.
Wow, we just got another match added to the card.
Yeah, to be honest though, man, I would give the championship to Serena Deeb, man. I really would. Because Thunder Rosa, man, she ain't doing nothing with that championship. Nothing. Nothing with the AEW Women's World Championship. And so right after that, we had John Silver. He was backstage and he spoke. And John Silver, he has a match with CM Punk on Wednesday, next week's Dynamite.
CM Punk. You want to dance?
This dude right here, man. I cannot take him seriously.
Me versus you. Mano y mano in my hometown of Long Island, New York. You know why they call me the Meat Man? Because of these humongous
Meat
sirloin
Man.
steaks right here. Next week, me and you, let's freaking go!
Oh, man, I could not take this dude seriously, man. That dude got a funny face, dude. I swear, man. Now, before we get into the main event, let's talk about next week's show. Let's talk about Rampage this coming Friday and next week's Dynamite. We have the Owen Hart Cup. We have the men's tournament bracket. And the bracket, it has Ray Phoenix versus Kyle O'Reilly, Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin, Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood, and Samoa Joe versus the Joker. So we have a mystery person in the Owen Hart Cup for the men. Who that is, I don't know, but we'll find out. And also for Double or Nothing, we have for Double or Nothing it is on May 29th. We have Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb for the AEW Women's World Championship. So that was announced tonight. And now for AEW Rampage, we have Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, and Jamie Hayter with Rebel in their corner versus Toni Storm and Ruby Soho in a tag team match. And Rampage, of course, this coming Friday, we have an early start time, 5:30 Eastern time. So for me, it's going to be 4:30 Central time. And also we have Konosuke Takeshita versus Jay Lethal with Sonjay Dutt and Satnam Singh in his corner on Rampage. And also on Rampage, we have Hook versus JD Drake. And also on AEW Rampage, we have the Owen Hart Foundation qualifier match for the women. It is going to be Yuka Sakazaki versus Riho. For AEW Dynamite, we have Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy next week on AEW Dynamite. And yeah, that's when the Owen Hart Cup starts. And I cannot wait for that, man. That should be really good. And also for the Owen Hart men's tournament, we have Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood in the quarterfinals. So both of those matches that I just announced is quarterfinals matches. So quarterfinals. And also for next week's Dynamite, we have the contract signing with MJF and Wardlow. And also on AEW Dynamite, we have the FTW Championship match. It is going to be the FTW champion Ricky Starks, Absolute Ricky Starks, versus Jungle Boy, who is one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. And also on AEW Dynamite next week, we have CM Punk versus John Silver. And yep, that's it. That's all the matches that are announced for Rampage and next week's Dynamite. Now the main event was for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship unification match. So the winner of the match will be the undisputed Women's Ring of Honor World Champion. So we have Mercedes Martinez, who is the interim Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, versus Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo, who is the real Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. And so yeah, Purrazzo, she did not comply with the Code of Honor handshake. And so the crowd, they started chanting virtuosa. And then Purrazzo, she went right after Martinez's arm, and so Martinez started to fight back. She had a corner drop kick to Purrazzo at one point, and a boot had caught her right in the face. Mercedes Martinez had hit a fisherman's buster to Purrazzo, and then she kicked out. And so to end the match, we had Mercedes Martinez, she had locked in a Dragon Sleeper Romero special combo to Purrazzo to win the match, so Purrazzo taps out. So therefore, Mercedes Martinez wins the match and is the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. And so right after the match, Purrazzo, she shook Martinez's hand, and that was it, man. And just like what I said earlier, man, I wish Deonna Purrazzo would have won the match. I wish she would have won, but I see why she didn't win, because she's not signed with AEW. I really wanted Deonna Purrazzo to win the match because she lost her Impact Knockouts Championship, and then she lost the Reina de Reinas Championship at Rebellion to Taya Valkyrie, and now she lost the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. Now she don't have no titles. But yeah, but overall, it was a really competitive match, really good match. But yep, that was it with the main event, and that was it with the show. Overall, it was a good show. It was a good show overall. I thought last week's show was a perfect show last week, but this show was not perfect by any means. It wasn't. Not saying it was bad, but it wasn't as good as last week's show. But yeah, that was it, man. That was it with AEW Dynamite. And yeah, if you like this video, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching D Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell to be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week, man. And yeah, man, if you missed anything, if you missed the last week's review for AEW Dynamite, the video is going to be right up here in this corner. And the link to that video will be down below in the description. So make sure you check it out if you missed it. Click it if you missed it. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Saturday, because Saturday we have Impact Wrestling Under Siege. So I'll see you guys on Saturday, and then Sunday we have WrestleMania Backlash. So I'll see you guys on Saturday and Sunday. So it's gonna be a busy weekend. And yeah, man, and once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. And yeah, and this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care. Stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.